This is a story about striving to be better. Okay, let me back up. I was contracted to speak at Workbench Con in Atlanta this year, and right before I left, I got a new 5/8 inch bowl gouge from Carter & Sons Toolworks. I didn't get a chance to use it before flying to Atlanta. At the conference, I attended a session called F the Formula by Zach Herberholtz and Paul Jackman. The big takeaway for me was to find passion and strive to become better at things that you want to be better at, and the rest will follow. At that same conference, I also had the fortune to meet Ashley Harwood and Dan Tilden, both accomplished woodturners in their own right. I attended Ashley's turning demonstration and was blown away by the finish she could leave on a bowl straight off the tool. Fast forward and I'm back in Virginia. I had recently made a big book-matched live-edge table for a client and had some monster scraps of walnut left over. So while I was waiting for the client to come pick up their table, I thought I'd see if I could get a better tool finish on one of my bowls. After turning the outside of the bowl, I was left with a decent tool finish, but it still needed some sanding. After cutting the recess in the bottom of the bowl for my chuck jaws to grab hold of, I sanded up to 400 grit, then used some 3/0 steel wool and flipped the bowl around. This bowl ended up at 12 inches in diameter, and the jaws on my chuck are fairly small, so I brought the tailstock up for some added safety. I started hollowing the bowl with that same gouge. Now, Ashley prefers a 40-40 grind on her gouges, but I have mine profiled at a 40-degree swept back grind. To me, this is sort of like the jack plane of bowl gouges. I might pick up another gouge and try getting more adept at using a 40-40 grind, but old habits die hard. I hollowed as much as I could, then pulled the tailstock back to finish hollowing. I tried to focus on getting a really nice tool finish, but I still had some dips and lumps, so I grabbed my left-hand curved bowl scraper and smoothed them out. After that, the bowl still needed some sanding, but not as much as my bowls usually do. I was so focused on the tool finish, I didn't realize that the bowl blank I had been turning was actually quarter sawn, which gave me this awesome straight vertical grain. When it was time to apply finish, my drywall contractor, who was hanging sheetrock in the basement we're finishing, wanted to see the reveal.
Man, that thing looks good.
And I'm really quite happy with the finished bowl. So much so that I actually think I'm going to auction it off on Instagram and Facebook over the next few days. If you're interested, go check out my other social media platforms. I'll put links in the description. And also go check out Ashley and Dan and Zach and Paul's profiles too. I'll put links in the description as well. I think this would make a really nice fruit or bread bowl that could live on your dining table, and I'm inspired to keep getting better at all the things I craft, especially turning. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.